Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Syamimi binti Syed Musa, matric number 262889. So we are from group 3. We will present our HEER report. So for the hospitality establishment that we choose is Dessert Cafe. We continue with the introduction. So hospitality focuses more on about the relationship between host and guest, where delivering a good customer service and experience is a priority. We choose Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe, located in state capital of Kelantan, on the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. We were given a chance to interview the owner of the cafe, which is Miss Vanessa. However, we managed to interview Miss Vanessa through Cisco Webex meeting. We learned about the commercial hospitality cycle, issue that we have found in terms of language they use, skill learning, and all that will be further discussed in the detail of following page.
Good afternoon, sir. We are from Group 3 and we're going to present about Hospitality Establishment Report. We chose Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe as our establishment. To begin, my name is Sarita Cicera Sebastian and the matric number is 262463. For starters, I'm going to explain a little bit about the background of the cafe for your understanding. So, Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe has been established since 2019. So it's going to be nearly 2 years since it's first begun. And Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe is located in a busy part of Kota Baru, Kelantan. It is a strategic location as it welcomes more customers and business every day. The cafe is owned by a father-daughter duo, which is Miss Vanessa and her brother. Besides that, the meaning behind the distinctive name of Shiroyuki is white snow in Japanese, which symbolizes the ice shift served in their cafe. The idea of establishing the cafe is because the owner shares a passion for desserts. Even though she started off as a hobby and doesn't have a particular background around it, she decided to pursue it as she came across a Japanese shaved ice which boggles her mind. Furthermore, the specialty of the cafe will be their Japanese ice shaved kakigori, which is basically a smooth snow-like texture with toppings preference to the customer, like cheese, strawberry, and others. So the cafe also gives the ambience which is calm and picture-worthy for its customer, which will be also another specialty to the cafe. As for the marketing purpose, the cafe mainly focuses on Facebook as their official website, but they also reach out to Instagram and Foodpanda to promote their businesses as well. Miss Vanessa also provided her personal contact number in the official account of official Facebook account to let the customers contact them for any further requirements or questions regarding the cafe. So that will be it from me. Now I will pass on to my friend to further discuss about the hospitality cycle and the rest of the content of the report. Thank you.
So the next is the hospitality cycle. But before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Eileen with the matrix number of 262489, and I will explain about the 4 stages of the hospitality cycle in the Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe. So the arrival is the first stage of the hospitality cycle that will take place to serve the customer with the face-to-face interaction. So through the interview with the owner of the Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe, which is Miss Vanessa, she has explained that when the customer has first arrived, the staff will give the customer a friendly smile and greet them with a welcome. Then will go to the entrance to wait for the customer. The staff will request the customer to scan the My Sejahtera QR code when they first enter the cafe, then help the customer to scan their body temperature as well. This is to make sure that all the customer is followed by the rules of the government to comply with the SOP that's set by the Ministry of Health Malaysia. So from here we can see that the staff of the Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe is polite and friendly when they are serving their customer. The next stage is the familiarization. So after the staff has assisted the customer to scan the QR code and the body temperature, then the customer can choose the seat that they wanted. When the customer has found their seat, the staff will hand over the menu to the customer and inform them about the special menu of the day politely. As the Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe is a self-service mode, so the staff will leave the menu to the customer and will wait the customer at the counter for the ordering. So this is meaning that after the customer has decided what they want, so they need to go to the counter to make their order and the payment over there. But there is some regular customer that they use to the menu. Basically, after they have chosen their seat, they will direct go to the counter to make their order and the payment. So after the customer has made their order and the payment, then what they need to do now is to wait for the serve. It will be depending on what the dessert that the customer order and the crowd of the cafe. So basically, if the cafe is in a low crowd, so the order for the kakigori, which is the Japanese shaved ice, will take around 10 to 15 minutes to be served. It same goes to the wafer and the toast. But if the customer chooses the soft serve, it will take 5 to 10 minutes to be served, which means it will take a shorter time to be served compared to the kakigori and the wafer and the toast. So if there is a heavy crowd on that day, the waiting time will increase 10 to 15 minutes than the usual time. During the waiting time, the staff will ask the customer for how many persons for a table, then hand over the tableware to the customer. So we come to the last stage, which is the departure. Based on the interview with the owner, which is Miss Vanessa, due to the running mode of the cafe is pay before eat, so if the customer has finished their dessert, then they can just leave directly. At the same time, the staff will greet again to the customer with saying thank you and please come again to the customer to make the customer feel pampered when they are leaving. So after the customer has left the cafe, then the staff will clean and sanitize the table immediately to make sure that all the table is in clean to be used for the next customer.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Izwani Binti Apandi and my matching number is 262786. So I will continue the next presentation. I will explain about social remedies. There are 4 main points in social remedies, which is the first is English language usage, second is service provided, third is skill training, and the last is employee knowledge. Okay, so first is English language usage. So most of the employee in Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe use Malay language as the main language to communicate and provide service to the customer. It is because most of the potential customer in Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe is coming from local people. So they frequently use Malay language so that the customer feel comfortable and all the service provided will be done smoothly. Based on the interview session with Miss Vanessa, she told us that the employee is rarely use English when communicating, but they will use English when the customer speak English first to the staff. So basically, most of the time, the employee use Malay language to communicate with the customer because it will make it easier for the customer to understand all the information given. Okay, the second is service provided. Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe, also known as a dessert cafe, which is their variety of mandatory like dessert and beverage. All the dessert and beverage is look appetizing and interesting. For example, they have delicious desserts such as kakigori dessert, soft ice cream, waffle, and cheese toast. Not only that, but they also have beverage like cocoa, coffee, tea, and also boba drinks. All the dessert and beverage is self-made and inspired by Japanese dessert. The service provided in Shiroki Dessert Cafe is a good enough, and during MCO, Shiroki Dessert Cafe follow all the rules and SOP set by government, which is their provide QR scan code for My Sejahtera, check temperature the customer before entering the cafe, and also arrange the table, maximum 4 people in one table. But there's still a problem when other customer do not follow the SOP, which is Miss Vanessa told us that there are customer who want to sit a large number in one table, so that the staff will explain to them politely to follow the SOP and to do the social distancing to avoid being sued. Besides that, Shiroki Dessert Cafe also provides service delivery to the customer around Kota Baru, and the farthest area is area Tanah Merah, so that all the customer can take this opportunity to try the dessert, although MCO and CMCO. So number 3 is skill training. There is no specific or special requirement for skill training to the employee in Shiroki Dessert Cafe. Overall, there are 6 employees in Shiroki Dessert Cafe, include the kitchen and also the front desk. The age of the employee is around 19 years old, and that's still young and no more experience. So first of all, to become one of the staff in Shiroki Dessert Cafe, the owner of Shiroki Dessert Cafe, which is Miss Vanessa, will hire them through interview session. Miss Vanessa also had a problem regarding the attitude of the employee who always came late to the work. So to handle this problem, Vanessa come up with an idea to make a saving, which is if the employee come late to work around 10 minutes and above, they need to pay 5 ringgit as a penalty to the saving. This idea is a good idea actually for skill training for the staff who usually came late to work, to manage their time management and always be punctual to go to work to avoid the penalty. So the lastly is employee knowledge. The staff in Shiroki Dessert Cafe just have a basic knowledge on how to treat the customer and provide service to the customer. For example, they know how to greeting and also fulfill all the needs and wants of the customer. The staff also does not frequently use the hospitality English language to the customer. Moreover, the employee also must know all the area around Kota Baru and delivering coverage area to make sure the delivery time is not dragging too long. It is because service delivery is discharged by their own staff, so the staff that undertakes service delivery must know all the area to make sure the order is safely arrived to the customer. And the staff also, before they want to make the delivery order, they had to inform early to the customer to wait for 10 to 20 minutes to avoid the customer waiting too long for the order and get ready to get the order. All of these service will make sure the customer more satisfied with Shiroki Dessert Cafe. So that's all for me, and my friend will continue for the next presentation. Thank you.
Okay, a very good day everyone. My name is Chu Bun Hong, matrix number 262864. So now I will talk about our 4 recommendations from us to the establishment we have reviewed, which is the Shiroki Dessert Cafe. Okay, so the first one is increase the food variety. As Shiroki Dessert Cafe is famous with its chef eyes desserts, especially on their appearance and taste. So this uniqueness of the dessert provided tend to attract the people who love dessert especially the teenager, to dine in at the cafe. However, some of the customers have mentioned that there is no main course provided by Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe. So there are only dessert, beverage, and some light food like wafer and toast provided. So the customer would hesitate to choose Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe as their choice to dine in when they want to have their lunch and dinner. So therefore, as a suggestion, we suggest that Shiroyuki may add some main course to their menu like burgers, spaghetti, and chicken chops that can satisfy the customer to have their proper meals to dine in at the cafe. Then the second recommendation is to provide staff training. As mentioned by Miss Vanessa, the most common problem among the staff is being late to work. So therefore, it is important to provide a training program to implement the value of discipline among the staff. Besides, training program also provide the staff with accurate specification of their responsibility and facilitate the harmonious relationship between the employees, which breed a team spirit. So with this knowledge, the staff in the cafe can perform well with smooth operations, and the customer can receive their food on time. The chef can prepare the food as required, and the waiter can also treat the customer consciously. The third recommendation would be the use of technology in the cafe. As mentioned by Miss Vanessa, the customer need to order their food at the counter after they enter the Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe. Therefore, we will recommend the cafe to use the self-order kiosk to make the food ordering process easier. The self-order kiosk can give customer more control over the ordering process and making it easier for them to review the menu and customize their orders. Besides, Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe may also use the order and pay at the table technology. So the customer can just scan the QR code at the table to see the menus with their mobile phones, and after that, the customer can also just order and pay at their table too by online banking or credit cards. The last recommendation would be to encourage the use of English language among the staff. As mentioned by Miss Vanessa, the main language used by the staff is Malay, and they seldom use English to communicate. Therefore, we recommend the management of Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe can encourage the use of English as communication language among the staff, and even when they serving the customer. The cafe may also provide English class to their staff or make it as condition if the staff want to work at the cafe. And finally, also remind the staff that always do not hesitate to reconfirm the order by customer if the customer have the strong accent of English or they not sure about what the customer saying. Okay, so that's all from me, the 4 recommendation of us to Shiroyuki Cafe. Thank you.
So I will continue the presentation with a conclusion. So the uniqueness of dessert that provided by Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe tends to attract the attention of all regardless of age and gender, especially for those who love shaved ice dessert. The customer satisfaction is very important because if the customer satisfaction is good, many people will recommend others to come to Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe. So the feedback from customer will discover about the weakness or something that the cafe lack of. So with this, owner will enable to improve the cafe business by improving their services to customer. And if the service provider has an excellent customer experience, customer loyalty also will be affected, which is mean if the customer is very satisfied with the service provided by Shiroyuki Dessert Cafe, so people tends to repeat their orders and come again to the cafe for next time. That's all from us. Thank you.